Ready?
Yep.
Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life, because life is in the lyrics.
There we go. We are back. Did you miss us, little listeners?
Probably not.
What?
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Yeah. Well, we're a lot. We're
Yeah,
a
we
lot
are
of
a lot.
fun.
Yeah, we can be.
We can be.
We certainly can be after our little
What we just did?
activity that we just did.
We just did. I just did a cartwheel.
Mm-hmm.
Mike did.
Ish.
I mean, I think it was pretty good.
Well, little listeners, you will see when we put up this hot mess.
It might be up by now by the time they hear this.
It's true. Yeah.
And you did.
I did a big fat bald man somersault.
Yeah. And then you bumped into the desk.
I did. Yes,
Because
I
we
did.
decided to do these stunts. I think we can
Yeah.
accurately call them stunts.
Stunts.
In the tiniest space in the entire house.
It's true. I think this room is actually smaller than our bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. Good times.
Good times, good times,
But
good times.
that's how we roll here on Life is in the Lyrics.
That's right.
We fun.
We're dangerous.
We're dangerous.
We're athletic-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
I speak for myself with the ish. You're athletic.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
an
why
ish.
did you say, did you miss us?
I don't know, just because it's been a week.
Oh, okay. I see.
I mean, don't you miss people you love when it's been a week?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Don't people miss the best part of their week when it's been a week?
Well, the last episode was what? All Priya all the time or something like that?
Yeah. So
that
they
the last
they
one?
might be skipping this one, in fact, then.
Was that episode 65? No,
No, we
Mandagreens or
haven't.
Mondegreens.
Mondegreens, that's right.
Oh, can't pronounce that.
Mondegreens.
Mondegreens.
It was your choice of a word
was.
and an episode. The amount of times Mike has to edit out us doing things like,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
All this talking. I think it has to do with the fact
We've been
that
talking for 2.5 minutes.
I know, but
Mhm.
we're recording after I've been working all day.
Right.
When was the last time you had a conversation today?
You mean, when did I last speak out loud?
Yeah.
In the car on the way here?
No, I know, but like ongoing conversation. Well, I guess, yeah, in the car on the way
Yeah.
here. My point is that I don't, like, I spend a lot of time
Right.
not talking because I'm in front of a computer clicking buttons
True,
and
true, true.
whatever.
Yes.
So when I do end up
Clicking
talking.
buttons?
Yeah, clickety click. I got to do all
Clickety-
my little.
Oh, like
you know,
using the key.
doing
the
stupid
keyboard.
reports on stupid bullshit.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm the manager of bullshit. That's my official job. Yeah, and I spent a lot of time doing that.
Do you remember when you were the manager of my bullshit when we worked together?
Oh God,
Have we talked about that?
I think we have mentioned it in a few episodes.
Early days. Early days we
those
mentioned
were those were trying days.
it. When I got Mike his job in
It's
Toronto.
true. You did actually.
No, I didn't. I got
you
you an
did.
interview,
Well,
and then you slid right on in there,
yeah, like I do with the DMs.
like you do. And then you were, well, the thing is, like, you thought you were my boss, but I did not.
Officially in the structure, I was supposed to be your boss,
Right.
but basically,
But weren't you the manager of the theater? But I worked for, like, the movie. I don't know.
I was the manager of the company,
Oh, so fancy.
and the company ran that festival.
Yeah.
And bitch, you work for me.
Oh, not
But really,
quite-
I work
no,
for you.
I know. I know. And remember when you got mad?
When did I get mad?
Oh, God.
I've
don't
never
you-
been mad at you.
What? Oh, my God. Okay. Do you remember when, because back then, Skype was the big
Oh,
thing.
right. Yes.
And
yes.
the way the office was down there,
It was an open
desks, It was
concept.
open concept. And so Mike had his back. We were back to back in terms of where our desks were. And then we had another friend of ours who was also working there. And she was like kitty corner to us. She was in the same space. But she and I would Skype and we'd like send a note and then you'd hear,
Yeah.
and then the other one would giggle.
Yeah.
And finally Mike turned around. He was like, would you guys get back to work?
Yeah.
Or
I
something like
don't
that.
remember what I said, but I just
It was
remember
snippy.
thinking like, oh my God, these two, they're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Good
times.
Little trip down memory lane there, little listeners. Priya and I have been around a few blocks, that's
Right.
for sure.
That is for sure.
For shiz.
So what's going on, Mike? What's happening?
Well, got a lot to report on.
Ooh.
Debating on whether I
say it.
want to say it all here in this episode or save some for later. But let's start with Joe Jonas.
Okay. All right. I take it you have listened to his album.
I have.
I cannot tell from it. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a good report.
I have listened.
Okay,
I as I said a couple of episodes ago.
This is impressive, though, that you
I
even
commit.
listened. Yeah.
I'm gonna listen.
You did.
I put him on.
Okay.
Me no likey.
Really?
Actually, not totally.
Okay.
Some of his songs I liked,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't like that so many songs had that there was some sort of filter that they filtered his voice through. And I didn't like that. I thought when he was just singing without that auto-tuney thing happening, I enjoyed those songs more.
Yeah, it wasn't auto-tuned. There were certain effects that he did different things with his voice, like on that sort of country song where he's talking. It had a kind of old country vibe where he's talking about drinking coffee while you're sipping your wine. Like I was like, that doesn't even sound like him, but it was kind of cool. It was just a different side of his voice. But okay, I get that.
Yeah.
I
So
get it.
I wasn't too keen on those songs.
Right.
I can see how you liked the album though.
Okay.
When I
What does
listened to
that
the
mean?
lyrics. Just because I think the tone, like things that you have said about the album.
Okay.
Like I could hear that as I was listening to the songs. And also he kind of reminded me a little of Shawn Mendes.
Oh,
He kind of
interesting.
Shawn Mendes kind of came
Do
to
love
mind.
me some Sean.
There we go.
Sweetheart. Such a-
So he, kind of reminded me of Sean.
It was a very personal album,
Yeah.
which I think is why you're saying it kind of reminds you of Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for listening
So
to it.
wanted to report back on that because I
I'm
wanted to
very
let
impressed.
you know. So this morning I was reading The Guardian and I came across this article.
Okay.
It was called Our 2026 Listening Resolutions.
Oh,
From
okay.
Radiohead to Kendrick Lamar, critics try to get into music they've never liked.
Oh, I like that.
And I thought, well, isn't that interesting considering that I was going to be talking about
Right. And what
listening
did that
to
article
Joe
say?
Jonas. And basically it was just they had 4 different music critics that listened to artists that they hadn't listened to before. Each had a different one. So one listened to Joni Mitchell, another listened to Kendrick Lamar,
Okay.
another listened to Diamana Galas, never heard of her.
Okay.
And another one listened to Neil Young. And each just kind of reported on kind of like what they thought about these artists and why they weren't really part of their, musical repertoire.
Right.
And then after listening to a couple of their albums and kind of getting into some of it,
Yeah.
then reporting back on it. So it was interesting because they each had a bit of a positive take on these artists
That is cool.
yeah. So I thought that was kind of fitting given that we've been talking about that in several episodes and I had listened to Joe Jonas and I was going to report back on that.
Well, thank you for listening.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. And I'm
now
glad
will you
that
get off my back? No.
I will for now, for this artist. But I'm glad you found a few songs at least on there that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
Thank you for that. And what about you? What you up to?
Well, so my mom was over last night. She comes over and has a sleepover with us once a week, right? So it's always like, well, what should we watch? And usually we would watch The Voice or something and then some Schitt's Creek or something like that.
Oh, God.
I love that show so much.
Good.
I have watched that show, I think, like 3 times all the way through.
All episodes?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Whenever I watch a show again, I might be inspired to watch it because I've come across an episode and I'm like, fuck, I forgot how funny this show is. And I'll just start it from the beginning and go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this total tangent, but sometimes when I do that, like when I did rewatch Schitt's Creek after COVID, because I remember watching it during COVID.
Oh, okay.
And then I watched it again after COVID and I got quite emotional when it ended.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's like all these characters that you've become so attached to and you've kind of grown up with for 6 years of their lives.
Yeah.
They're now their stories are gone and they're over. And it's strangely emotional for me.
Did you watch Stranger Things?
I did not watch the last few episodes of Stranger Things yet.
Okay.
Now, I know that the big finale has happened and, I love the show. And I watched the first 4 episodes or whatever they released of this final season over the holidays. And then they were going to release the next bunch on Christmas Day and then the finale on New Year's Eve or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
But over the holidays, I wasn't really in the frame of mind to watch something so dark and twisted. So I never did get back into it. And I was like, can I just watch the final episode or do I have to watch the 4 preceding? So I'm kind of in that space. Why? Have you watched that show?
No, but I know that you do watch that show. And so I wasn't sure because that show has ended and apparently the finale is a big deal.
Yes.
Have you watched Heated Rivalry yet?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
I'm saving that. I don't know what I'm saving it for. I think just for when I'm in the right mood for it.
Well, get in the mood.
Oh.
We got to talk about it.
Apparently, when one of the guys, I think one of the main actors was at the Critics' Choice Awards, I believe the room went wild when he came on stage.
Yeah. I think it was Connor's story.
Hit. Okay. Yeah. I love that that's a Canadian story, success story.
Yeah. And it's been renewed for 2 more seasons.
2 more? Okay, I knew it had been renewed for a season.
And the second season is going to be made in Canada, no American production involved.
Good. Wasn't the first season? I didn't know that it wasn't.
All Canadian. All Canadian. So it doesn't even qualify for
Emmys?
Emmys.
Interesting. Okay.
So they don't qualify for Emmys because there's no American connection. It's all Canadian. And the second season is going to be the same.
Very cool.
Yes. Proud Canadian.
Proudly
really good
Canadian.
show. You've got to watch it.
I will. Definitely. Okay. So
sexy.
I was saying, so we were looking for something to watch. So we found this show that had just been released over the holidays again, called Simon Cowell, The Next Act.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a show for you little listeners, if you haven't heard about it. It's on Netflix. Did I already say that? Maybe I said that. I don't know. I can't remember anything that happened 3 seconds ago. So it's about him putting together the next big boy band.
Right.
Because he talks about how K-pop has taken over and there's so many female stars kind of taking over the space. So he said, like, it's time to find the next new band. So he goes through the UK trying to find guys to put together into this boy band. And I just put it on because I thought, yeah, whatever. It'll be background-y stuff. My mom will watch it. She'll enjoy it. I'm making dinner and I'll come in and out. I got really hooked on it.
Oh, really?
I watched the entire 6 episodes.
Oh, wow.
In one day.
It was that good?
It's really good.
Huh.
I really enjoyed it. And you know what you're seeing all these kids, they're like between 15 and like say 22 years old.
Yeah.
Maximum 22. They're just so sweet. Like they're I don't know. There's
untarnished by
the
industry.
By the industry, by life, because they're so young.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And they're so sweet that you can see that their families are all there, like their parents, and they're all so happy and they're waiting in the wings and they're just so supportive. And I just fell in love with so many of the people that were auditioning. It's all guys, obviously, and just thinking like how beautiful their untainted spirits are when they're like, I just want to make music. I just want to like sing and I just want to entertain people. And all their reasons for wanting to get into it were so not about fame. One kid's like, when you perform in front of an audience and they can feel the emotion you're putting out, like that means so much to me. I'm thinking, you are 16.
Wow.
And then the group that gets put together at the end, I was like, oh, so cool. I was very happy. I was very happy because it was tense, right? Because at the end, there's only so many spots. And he picks 3 people that are for sure. And then he has a bunch of people that he's like, I need to hear and see more of you guys. Then he takes all these group photo shots and goes through all these processes, right? To see if everybody looks good together. And when he finally picks, I was like, yeah, he made the right decisions.
So are they doing anything right now? Like, is this a
Yes,
real band?
so they got, I guess it's not a big spoiler now. They did get signed by Universal Music.
Okay.
And they show them going into the meeting with Universal Music. They don't show them going to the first meeting with a label. And it did not go well.
Oh.
It does not go well. Simon comes back and he's like, all these kids who are, they're full of like piss and vinegar and stuff. And they're joking around and stuff. They get into the room and they're just sitting there like this. And he's like, after about 20 minutes, it was so awkward. I had to say, this is over. Okay, shut those crickets up. So then they just let them kind of bond and spend a couple of months bonding. And then they go into Universal Music and they have like a great meeting. And it was just such a cool experience seeing these kids. And now it's like they're primed. You see their Instagram in 3 weeks, they've already got like, I don't know, 300,000 followers.
Wow.
So I thought for the new song, I would play for you.
Oh.
It's not a new song of theirs, although you see them composing some song lyrics and stuff on the show. But this is a cover of a song, and I thought we'd watch that video.
All right.
Okay, we'll be right back. Two of the kids in this band of 7, which is a
I can't
lot.
believe there are 7 of them.
Yeah. So he was not expecting to put together a band of 7. He was originally planning it to be 4 or 5.
Right.
But he could not decide between the final 4. And he just thought they all deserved to be in the band. He's like, we're going to do a new kind of boy band. And I don't know, it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out because, like I was saying to you, K-pop boy bands like BTS, they have what, like 70 people in that band? They have so many people in that band. They just came back into the circulation because they've finished their military service.
Oh,
in South Korea.
Right.
So that'll be interesting to see as well.
Wow.
What'd you
Okay.
think?
Well, we'll see. Yeah. They. I mean, I do wonder about these. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that they're still trying to, like, these music moguls are still trying to build these boy band groups, given the. I mean, I guess Harry Styles is doing okay, and Niall Horan's doing
really
okay,
well.
but I don't know. It's like, oh, that's.
But One Direction was huge.
It was. I just.
Like if you think about it, every decade, the Beatles, right? And then the 70s were like Jackson 5 and all the Motown boy bands and stuff.
But the thing with these young kids, like they're so young and they're not really fully developed brains. And the music industry is pretty harsh.
Oh, they talk a lot about that. They talk a lot about that in this
Britney Spears and like all of these young stars. What, like half of them have some
I mean, they actually
difficulties in life?
In the series, they talk about the day that Liam Payne's death, because that happened during the filming of this series.
Oh.
And so Simon, like he's very close to those kids still, and he had quite an emotional moment where he's like, I don't know if I can go through this again and do this again, but then he feels, anyways, he goes on with it, obviously, like otherwise there'd be no show. And also he says, these kids have now, they want it so badly. I feel like I owe it to them to, like, he does seem like a very sweet kind of father figure. And then he sends them off to Nashville, and that's it. He's like, if you ever need me, I'm 5 minutes away. Just I'll just call me. But he talks a lot about the effects of the music industry. He gets all the parents together and he says, you need to really think about whether you want to let your kid do this, because it's not going to be easy. And people will write things and say things about them that aren't true. Sometimes they can fight back. Sometimes they won't be able to. So he lays that all out for them.
Yeah. Well, good luck to them. I hope that, what are they called?
December 10. So they
December
decided
10.
because that was the day that the series premiered.
Oh,
and they
okay.
thought it would be cool that every year on that anniversary, they could do something special to mark that date. It's kind of sweet. They're very sweet kids. So many of them were like, I'm doing this so I can give my parents a better life. And I don't know. I just fell in love with all of them. And I think all the little girls are going to fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And they all have good voices.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
But youth is also pretty wonderful.
I know, right?
Remember how pretty you were when you were young?
No. When I was their age, I was monstrous looking.
Oh.
Flock of Seagulls haircut, let me remind you.
That's right, yes.
Braces on my terrible teeth.
Yeah. Do you remember your teeth falling out? Or do you
Not
remember
really.
losing your teeth?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I heard something the other day. They were talking about a tooth, like their kid's tooth was falling out, and they were talking about what they had to do to help.
Do you remember?
I don't really remember. No. I do remember Tyler, my nephew, when he was losing one of his front teeth.
Right.
And I remember we were out, I was babysitting him or something, and he was with me. We went to a Home Depot, and somebody had a dog with them. And he loves dogs. Like, he's always loved dogs. And this dog jumped up and hit him in the mouth. And his tooth that was already loose, he knocked it a little more, but it was starting to bleed. But it was just hanging.
Gross. Oh, no. I don't even want to see the motion you're making. Disgusting. And
The
kids,
little piece of the tooth was just hanging on the gum. And he was bleeding and crying, and I was like wanting to console him, but I didn't want him to bleed all over my sweater.
God, Mike.
I know. Good uncle.
Good uncle.
Good uncle,
Jeez.
yeah.
And kids love showing you their tooth when it's jiggly.
Yeah.
I remember Finley doing that, and she would just wiggle it and stuff, and I'd be like, don't do that. And she's like, playing with it with her.
Yeah. So you don't remember ever losing any of your teeth?
No, I think I blocked that out.
Yeah.
But, let's going back to this, because the reason I chose this song was because it kind of relates to our episode, because a lot of the kids during the audition process, well, some of them were like super confident, some in their quiet way, some in more outwardly ways.
Yeah.
But several of them struggled with, self-confidence.
Right.
And Simon had to take them aside, sometimes singularly and sometimes as groups, and just say, you've got to just have fun with this. If you're not going to have fun with it, it's not worth doing. And try to make them kind of believe in themselves. And you see a lot of the producers doing that too. And I thought that would kind of lead into our topic today.
Okay.
The topic, which is...
Yes, our topic today.
Because it's Valentine's Day this week.
Right. So, little listeners.
It's Valentine's this week. And, well, we love love, don't we, Mike?
Yes, we do. A lot of love.
And last year we did a lot of episodes around romantic love.
We did. Every week.
We did. So this year we thought we'd do something a bit different.
That's right. We're talking about self-love, little listeners.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, Priya.
What?
Before you get carried away.
My hand was just sliding downwards.
No. Maybe we should say we're talking about loving yourself in a non-self-pleasuring way.
Do you mean a non-sexual self-pleasuring? Because I could self-pleasure myself by eating an ice cream, and that would be loving myself.
Non-sexual. Okay. Let's keep it non-sexual.
Okay.
For
Fine.
at least,
for
a few seconds
part.
anyways.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And that's why I picked this song, because of what they went through. And once they kind of had a little bit more belief in themselves, they did really well. And I just thought, I had a question for you.
Yes.
I had a question because watching these kids, they're so young, right? And they're talking about, I've been singing since I was 4. I've been working on this my whole life.
My whole life, yeah.
And it just makes you think, oh my God, you little baby, you've been working on this for 12 years.
How old are they?
They're like, some of them are 16. Most of them were 16. The oldest one, I think, was 19.
Okay. There was one in there. God, he looked like he was about 12 or 13.
No, yeah. They have the baby faces, right?
Yeah.
Sweet little babies. So I wanted to ask you, what's the most proud moment you experienced kind of before, like maybe in your whole life, but specifically I'm thinking when you were kind of younger, like maybe before you graduated university, like I still consider that young. Do you have any moment that you can remember where you felt like, oh my God, this is such a huge accomplishment?
Let me think. I'm sure there is, but nothing's coming to mind right now. So the proudest moment I've ever had?
Yeah, like where you felt
that's
like
hard.
I've wanted this, you've
wanted
wanted something for so long and maybe it happened, or that you just succeeded in something so greatly, like beyond your wildest dreams or something.
I don't know. I mean, I would say, okay, when I was 15 and I got my first job, I would say that was certainly like, I can think of that as being an early proud moment because it meant some independence and earning my own money. And also I got a job at this restaurant that was like a really hip, popular restaurant. It was Casey's.
Oh my God.
I know.
Does that still exist?
I don't think it does.
Okay.
But in Burlington, I grew up in Burlington, Ontario, and it was the place to be in the 80s. And I got a job being a busboy there. And so, I was really proud about that. But, that's a good question. Like, what about you?
Well, and I asked that because as I was watching these kids, I'm like, this is so huge for them. They're so young.
That is way bigger,
of course, bigger than anything.
Being a busboy in a friggin' restaurant.
Still.
But becoming a pop star and having a TV show made about you?
Well, they didn't know they were going to be pop stars through the movie.
That. They didn't know that?
Well, I mean, they knew they were
Well,
going to be part of a boy
part of
band,
it.
but they didn't know if they would even make it through the first audition, right?
Right. Yeah.
For me, well, I guess when I was in university, I studied Japanese and I won a national speech contest, right?
Yes. You
And
have
so,
talked about that.
yes.
And not when you not when you won that other competition, the singing competition.
Oh, I didn't win that. Oh, I did terribly in that. That's what friends are for in good times. As I was playing the piano, barely remembering trying to read the notes. Oh my God, pathetic. What was I doing?
You
I
were
don't even
cutting your
know.
teeth. That's how you kind
It
of break
was
down and get
so-
confident and comfortable in front of an audience, right?
It was so cringe, Mike. Like when I think about it, in my braces and everything, but I was like Miss Canada Quality Teen Pageant. Nobody had ever heard of that. I saw it in some magazine.
Yeah. But the thing that you are blessed with is time and the privilege of being able to look back, right? It probably wasn't cringe back then.
Oh.
Were you cringing when it was happening?
I was cringing when I was performing my talent,
really? Okay.
quote unquote talent portion.
But you did it anyways.
I did it, of
That's
course.
ballsy.
Yeah,
that's really
maybe.
ballsy.
Anyways, let's move on.
You gotta
Let's move
do
on.
that.
Was terrible.
Okay.
I did not love myself so much then, but nowadays I can say that I do
Yeah.
love myself. So we are going to be talking about songs about
Songs about self-love.
self-love.
Okay,
loving
well,
yourself.
I've got a list of some. I
Yeah,
don't know
let's
if I
go.
really want to go into all the details of all of them, but
No, we don't have to. Let's
I'm
just talk in
assuming
general.
that we're going to have some ones that are similar.
Maybe, maybe not.
Right.
I'm very curious.
There were some obvious ones, right?
Okay. Give
Miley
me
Cyrus, Flowers.
Did not have that on my list.
What?
I'm not a big fan of that song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
I've
that
never-
because you're on a Bruno Mars side versus a Miley Cyrus side?
Okay. I don't know. This might be,
She won her first Grammy with that.
I know. This might be controversial.
Okay. Well, we know you loves a bit of controversy, so
I just think like in Bruno Mars's song, he
Mhm.
is basically kicking himself for having let somebody he loved go and not being the proper partner for her and saying, I should have bought you flowers. I should have done the things I knew would make you happy. And she's saying in her song, I can buy my own flowers. I can take myself dancing. It's like, but that's not the point, I think, of his song. The point is that he's saying, I made a mistake and I realized that I should have been a better partner. And so I don't know, like when we talked about call and answer songs, her Flowers being an answer song, I just thought was kind of like, why?
yeah. Was it an official answer song? Like she hasn't confirmed
No,
that it was, right?
I don't know that she has. Yeah.
And she hasn't even confirmed that it's about Liam, her ex.
Oh, right.
She hasn't officially confirmed about
Right.
that either.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I can
know.
see your point, but I guess if you look at it through that lens, then sure.
Yes. And I can see how if you're just looking at it through the lens of if I had just heard that song maybe without hearing Bruno Mars's song first, maybe I would have been like, yeah, it's cool that I can take care of myself if I can be good to myself and do the good things for myself. If that's her message, I appreciate that. I just didn't love it as a song that came after his song.
You know, there's several articles that had, so here I said I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just going to, there are several articles about this song and interviews with her and her talking about it. And she said that originally the chorus was going to be, I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, but I can't love me better than you can.
Oh.
But then she decided to flip it. And she says, used to be more like 1950s, the saddest song, like, sure, I can be my own lover, but you're so much better. In the end, she decided she'd rather win than wallow. The song is a little fake it till you make it, she added, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
So she flipped it so that
Yeah.
she really, it was more empowering for her than
I get
being
that.
like, oh, I'm the poor woman
Right.
who, needs a man to.
I appreciate the her doing that and like I don't know, that song never clicked for me.
Okay. Yeah. I can't say I was ever a big fan of it,
Yeah.
but It is a self-love song.
And it was on all the lists when you look at,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you know, it was definitely on all the
Yeah.
lists. And I was like, no, that's not one for me personally.
I had a hard time thinking of songs
Did you?
that were like thinking of them before I was doing my Google searching.
Right.
And yet it's funny because a lot of times when I'm listening to music, I pick up the themes and it's like, oh yeah, you know, this is this and that is that. But I couldn't think of anything offhand. I had to do some Google searching because I'm like, self-love. I mean, the first song that came to mind for me was I Touch Myself. I want you to love me.
Well, that's about self-love.
I love anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. It's not really a self-love song. I mean, it's a self-love song, but she's self-loving when she's thinking about someone else. So it didn't work.
Right.
But that's what immediately came to mind for me.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I had difficulty in separating like songs about loving yourself with songs about believing in yourself. And I don't, maybe the lines are blurred there. So I think a lot of the songs that I did end up picking kind of cross over onto both. I don't know.
Well, so what have you got?
Okay. Well, here's one that came from our high school era, The Greatest Love of All.
Yes,
By Whitney. Was that on your list?
It was.
Okay. That's a really good one. And I mean, not how it starts off because it's kind of sappy. Everybody, something about the children. What? Something about the children.
I believe the children are our future.
Teach them well and
let them lead the way.
Those are not the lyrics I was referring to, but when she talks about everybody searching for a hero, people need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. Let me finish.
Okay.
And so I learned to depend on me.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. Now, there is a funny story about this that I have referenced before. Do you not remember this song?
I mean, you mean us talking about it?
Well,
or do I remember
no. So when Dawn and I got married,
right?
Do you remember them playing this song?
No.
Yes. So when Dawn and I got married, we had, as you know, because you were there, a very untraditional kind of wedding. And at the point of the evening where in the traditional wedding you would have like a, bride and groom dance.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Dawn and I thought that we would throw in that element. Do you remember us Dawn and I doing our dance?
To this song?
Yeah.
No.
So we told the DJ, pick the cheesiest song ever.
It is kind of
It's
cheesy.
so cheesy.
I believe the children
Because
are our future.
Our wedding wasn't traditional. No. So us doing a groom and groom dance was like, what the hell are they doing?
Right.
And why to this song?
What? Okay.
And the reason why was because the DJ only played a little bit of the song because that's when the drag queens came out. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember the drag queens, but I don't remember this being the lead into them.
So the beginning of the song, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. And as that first part of the song was going on, then the drag queens came out of nowhere. And the one drag queen was like, the children are not our future. Turn this off. Turn this off. And then they went into their whole song and dance.
Right. I kind of remember that part, but I didn't remember this song being part of it.
Yeah, this was, It was like, oh my God, this is so cheesy. It's
a very cheesy song. And I feel like it was around the Olympics. Was it written for the Olympics or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
I should have probably Googled that, in my extensive research.
Yeah, maybe in your extensive
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a mutual song. So what else do you have on your list?
Another one, I don't know if you have this on, but...
Bites the Dust?
No. Selena Gomez.
Oh, yeah?
Lose You to Love Me.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song. That did not come up in my lists that I came across.
Okay.
Some other songs of hers came up and I didn't know them, but I do love that song.
Yeah.
Some lyrics there You got some
No, I didn't, because I didn't really want to get into the Miley
Okay,
Cyrus
okay.
and Selena Gomez, because it was like, okay, well, these are really obvious sort of things. Well, actually, my other ones are pretty obvious too. But
Well, I don't feel like I don't know that "Lose Yourself to Love Me" is that obvious
Lose
though.
You to Love Me?
"Lose You to Love Me," yeah, yeah.
Gotta
I
lose
don't.
yourself in the music, the moment.
Right, that's a little different. Oh, can you imagine if they did a mashup of that? I love this song
Why?
because I feel like it spoke to my ex in a way towards the end of the relationship. You know,
You promised the world, and I fell for it.
I put you first, and you adored it.
Set fires to my forest,
and you let it burn. Sang off key into my chorus, 'cause it wasn't yours. That's a good song. It's a heavy one.
It is. And part of the other reason why I didn't want to really get into it is because in an episode ago, or a couple of episodes ago, you were talking about Justin Bieber and how like you were fanning over him, right?
And this is about him.
And when you go into the rabbit hole of this song and what it's about, or what people think it's about, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, he does not come off.
He does not come off good.
No.
Not come off well.
There's also, he's tried to redeem himself all the rest of that stuff, but I just thought let's not wade into that drama.
But I mean, it's good to bring that up because everybody has their sides to a story, right? Of a relationship. And he has been quite open about how he was a bit of a bitch in his younger days.
I wonder how many songs with the theme of loving yourself are not about guys treating girls like
Badly.
shit.
Yeah, because you know what I noticed is that on the lists, and certainly all the songs I came up with, they're all sung by women.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs on your list that are by guys?
I do not have any songs by guys.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And also not surprising because I tell you, oh my God, I could go on a fucking rant right now.
All right, settle in, people. There's a rant. Rants are coming.
It's coming. Give me a minute. As Sabrina does in one of her songs where she's like, okay, are you ready for it? And then she goes, and she does a whole trill. Anyways, I'm not going to do that. But
God.
okay, Sabrina. I see friends of mine who are younger than me struggling through so much self-doubt and, whether it's physically or whether it's in their job or whether it's in their interpersonal relationships. And you know what I don't see? Men talking about that stuff.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay, you need to look at my Instagram feed.
Really? Okay.
There's a lot of men out there that are posting, like their whole Instagram profile and every post is about
not having confidence?
Not having confidence, finding confidence in yourself. Yeah.
Okay. That makes me a little bit happy. Not that they're suffering, but to know that it's not just the women.
Yeah, and I think I can understand. One, because you are a woman, and so you're seeing it through that lens, so you'd be more, sensitive or receptive to seeing that as well. And the most obvious one is we've been living for centuries in this patriarchal, society, and so it's always the men who tend to be, the ones with the power.
And the ones who get away with so much more shit. Or maybe they don't get away with it, but maybe...
yes, they do. They do get away with shit, but it's also that...
Okay, sorry, let me just give one example.
Okay.
Let's look at Blake Lively and Puff Daddy. Both embroiled in these massive legal cases, right? She is fighting for what she claims was inappropriate behavior and sexual harassment on a film set. Her reputation has been dragged through the mud. Women hate her, men hate her. People are saying she asked for, or like that it, not that she asked for it, but that they don't know what she's talking about and she's overreacting and blah, 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 blah. Her career is over. Puff Daddy fucking rapes and tortures, allegedly, so many women, treats them like shit on camera. That has not been in doubt. And what happens to him? I mean,
Well, he is in jail.
He is in jail, but his sentence was like puny compared to what it could have been. And his sons completely standing by him. And people cheering outside the courtroom when his sentence was announced.
You're always going to have those that are going to be on the side of whatever. I'm not so sure we should use those as examples, though, because we don't know the details, right? Like, I'm not saying that they did happen or they didn't happen, but the reality is we're fed a narrative, and who knows? Like, there's enough out there, if we're going to talk about Blake Lively, and videos that even show her not being a very nice person.
Right.
So there is some proof, but is that really the whole package? Like, I don't know if we should really use those as examples. I think, like, if we talk about our personal experience and we talk about, okay, well, the way you've been treated or the way you feel or your friends and, you know, the way they confide in you and things that you've heard from them about how they feel. I think, though, that's probably a little more legitimate and has more proof than looking at, because the U.S. has a president who is a completely diabolical
example.
Yeah. Talk about guys getting away with shit.
Yes.
Like, but I don't want to get into a political conversation.
No,
because
it's not.
Just so...
It doesn't have to be political. But when you ask, like, I've seen so many videos of people interviewing women even and saying, well, does it, you know, how do you feel about him having said things like, oh, I grab her by the pussy and, you know, she just, if she doesn't like it, well, she has to put up, like, just the things he has said.
Yeah.
And the fact that he is a convicted
criminal,
sex criminal.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, yeah, no, I don't hold it against him.
No.
Women are saying that.
Yeah. There's going to be people that are going to always, you know, champion the awful people. Where were you going with this?
My point with that is that in terms of, you know, if you think of these cases because they are in the public eye, and I'm talking about the public opinion that you hear, the way that the press and the public on Instagram or whatever, the reactions they have to these two cases are vastly different.
Okay. But what point are you making, though?
The point I'm making is that it is so much harder for women to you know, have any kind of self-esteem because they are not treated with any kind of respect, generally speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the ultimate point.
Yeah. And I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I think
you say you don't disagree, do you mean you agree?
I
always
agree.
wonder when people say you're not wrong. So am I right?
Yeah, no. I guess that is a bit misleading saying it that way.
It's just a way people say things.
Yeah. I don't disagree, but I don't think that it's the full picture.
Right. Okay.
Right? I think that a lot of people, regardless of their gender, are not necessarily treated well or get the, you know, kind of respect or are encouraged to feel confident. Like, I think that, you know, if you don't look a certain way, regardless of your gender, you can be ostracized.
Yes.
And it can be crippling. Or if you are not even looks, like maybe you're on the spectrum or you're different in some way.
Right.
You know, which leads to a song that I have on my list.
Let's hear it.
Alicia Cara, Scars to Your Beautiful.
That is on my list.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful song.
And that's what that song is really all about. It's not gender specific. Like, that whole song is really just about people who feel like they have to fit a particular mold to be, you know, valid or to be accepted. Yeah.
Should we sing a little bit of that one?
There's that the lyrics where she says she don't see her perfect. She don't understand she's worth it, or that beauty goes deeper than the surface.
If you know the cadence on that, you can sing that part.
Yeah,
I will join you for the chorus.
I don't know how to.
Yeah. It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's tricky. Okay. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars to your beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. I love that last line.
Yeah.
No scars to your beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful. It's such a pretty song.
Yeah.
Meaningful.
Yeah, and it was a huge hit. And for an artist who's not, I mean, she's obviously not trying to be the big pop star and fit that big pop star mold or, you know, bend her artistic and creative
Yeah.
talents
To the industry's whims.
to just be that kind of big pop star.
I am surprised she's not a bigger star. She has really good music.
Yeah, but I think based on what I was reading, I think that she's completely fine with that because
Like your other girl.
who?
Like your faves.
Oh yeah, Carly Rae.
Carly Rae.
Yeah,
She's also Canadian, right?
she is.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Alicia Cara, like in the article in the Guardian, there was an article in the Guardian in 2017 about this, and it said Alicia Cara debuted this empowering self-love anthem during her performance on September 28th, 2015, at the Life is Beautiful Festival in Las Vegas. Cara said to her fans before premiering the song, "The standards that we have to kind of face as young women in everyday life just to feel or look a certain way or act a certain way because there's a lot of pressure being a young girl and just girls and women in general," she said. "So I wanted to make a reminder to just love yourself and appreciate yourself no matter what."
Yeah. It reminds me of Christina Aguilera's song Beautiful, or You Are Beautiful. What I can't remember if it was called just Beautiful. But that had a very similar kind of message, like you are beautiful no matter what they say.
Right.
Words can bring you down. That had, and the video for that. Do you remember the video?
Yeah, I do. So now I'm just thinking, okay, well, I had asked that question a little earlier. How many of these songs do you think were about love and
Right.
heartbreak? But here's two songs exactly that are not about that.
That's true. Yeah. And The Greatest Love of All also was not.
That's true, yeah. Okay, so, well,
Okay,
look at us
well,
answering
look
my
at
questions.
us. Look at us. You asked a question and we gave you the answer.
So do you have any other ones?
Yes, I have
Okay.
another one by a Canadian.
Oh,
Do you know Lou Kala? She's a new
No.
artist. Have you heard the song Pretty Girl Era?
no.
Wake up gorgeous every morning. I'ma put a ring on it. 14 carats, horse and carriage, Cinderella, I'm that bitch. And she goes on. The chorus is just, I'm in my pretty girl era. Uh-huh. Da-da, da-da, da-da. It's just a very cute, peppy song about
Yeah.
like, I love myself.
You like
I
a
think
peppy song?
Oh, I do like a peppy song. Cinderella, I'm that bitch. Yeah, it's just a very like, I look pretty, I feel pretty. And Lizzo has a lot of songs like that.
Right, yeah.
Right? So I felt like these two, her and Lizzo, their songs seemed like they could all fit in the same set list.
Right.
But very kind of upbeat as
Uh-huh.
opposed to some of the other ones we've been talking about, which have been more ballads.
Right, yeah.
And this is just sort of like, yeah, I like how I look. I'm going to put a ring on it. I'm going to marry myself. You know, that kind of idea.
Right.
Like, I'm Cinderella. I'm so lovely.
Yeah.
I like the empowerment, the upbeat empowerment of it,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to saying like, don't worry about what other people are saying. You are beautiful, which
Mm-hmm.
is also important. But I just like that she kind of flipped in. It's like, damn, I am fine, girl. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Girl. Yeah.
Remember when I started
Did-
saying girl? Oh boy.
Do you remember ever being in a situation where you felt that you were not, that the way you were being responded to was like you're not pretty enough? Or?
Yes, in high school, boys
Well,
would make
yeah, high
lists
school, yeah,
of what girls were pretty
Right,
and what
yeah.
girls were not, and what they thought of the girls that weren't pretty or weren't pretty.
But you've been out of high school a lot longer than you were in high school. So
Right.
as an
Oh.
adult, did you have any, can you think of any?
Like in terms of somebody saying to me,
Or being in a situation like maybe you're at a party or a
Well,
bar
yes.
or like you're in a social engagement or
I
something.
mean, come on, I was in the acting world for a long time, whether it was in front of the camera, auditioning for
Mm-hmm.
parts or interviewing people. And in both those situations, like you're
Yeah.
interviewing all these glorious, glamorous, beautiful people. That then I didn't actually feel
No, because that's kind of like a job. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
I have to say, I've known you a long time and I've known like the number of auditions that you used to go on and
Mm-hmm.
the rejections. And I'm like, how I do not have thick enough skin to take
Right.
that kind of rejection over
Well,
and over.
yeah, okay. So that, I mean, if you're going to go into acting, you got to
You
be
just
ready
gotta-
to know
yeah.
that for every 50 auditions, you're going to book one gig. That's just
Yeah.
the life of it, because there's so many actors and so few.
Show girl.
It's the life of the show. That's right. But just being surrounded, like you'd walk into an audition room sometime and you'd be like, oh my God, look at these women.
Yeah.
And that would sometimes be kind of like intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anybody ever overtly made me feel unpretty.
Right.
It was more sort of like I don't think I measure up to these girls.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. Does that answer
But
your
not
question?
outside of them. Like you can't think of an example outside of it.
No, like if I'm thinking about the dating world or something like, no, not really. What
No.
about you?
Because one of the reasons why I'm asking is because I'm wondering about the self-imposed criteria or
Okay.
the self-imposed, evaluation,
Right.
right? Like on the one hand, we live in this kind of society where we're told what beautiful is, and we're constantly being bombarded with what, what a hot guy's supposed to look like or a handsome guy's supposed to look like for me, right? And the reality is like you have certain control over certain things, and then it's like my hair's falling out. I can't do anything about my hair.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Well, you could,
Or
but
my
you don't
nose
want to
is-
spend your money
or-
on those kinds of things.
Right. But like you just have certain things that if you want to deal with them, they're pretty extreme. So I just think it's kind of interesting when you think about what kind of confidence, like what do you have control of when you walk into a situation and you are in a room, let's say, with a bunch of other attractive women, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I shape up to this.
Do you know that made me think of two girls just randomly, one who I took a theater class with in York University. So that was in my university days. And the other girl was somebody who worked for my family's business. Both of these girls were, this is going to sound very harsh, but they did not fit what society considers beautiful. The one had like an exceptionally large nose, like very, very large, and just was her face didn't support it. You know what I mean? And the other one had like a very bad cleft palate, but they had so much confidence.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like they would walk into the room and they would just kind of light up the room because they were just so confident.
Yeah.
So
So it's that insecurity that we carry around. It's like how much of how we're feeling about or what we think is being projected on us is actually us projecting outwards.
or is it just that we let the people's thoughts of us impact our own thoughts of us?
Well, yeah, like I mean, we obviously I think would have to have some of it already there. We're already thinking a little bit that we don't measure up.
Yeah, we're not good
Right?
enough or pretty enough or whatever.
And then that thought is being reinforced by the response from other people. But so I do think that these songs are in a way about countering that and saying, hey, you don't need that kind of validation from the external sources. If you have it enough in yourself, then it shouldn't really matter. You shouldn't be impacted or affected by.
Yeah. I wonder.
Yes, and?
Yes, and. No, this is but a yes, but.
Okay.
Like, I don't like to do a yes, but. However, like, do you think, like, when I was in high school, I certainly, I had a lot of confidence, like, and I was popular, whatever, but I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think I was attractive. You know, I'm still waiting for my breast to fill out. I'm still waiting to get some curves. Like I've got a little bit of curves now, but like, I don't know how, but I just, I don't, but I would have at that time, if I had been given $50,000, I would have been, yep, I'll take a breast, implants and I will get a nose job. Thank you very much. But I did fix my teeth. Thank God. At least I did that much. My parents did that much for me. But as I grew, like after high school, like I just, like now, if I had $50,000, would I go get those procedures? No, I'd take that money and I'd go traveling. Like I just grew out of caring so much about my physical appearance and just kind of being happy with it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the prettiest girl in the room ever, but I'm happy with how I look. Whatever that means.
But then, yeah, I guess, and you are very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
But that just saying,
Say more.
but just saying like, I don't think I'm the prettiest girl in the room.
But I have friends who are models who don't think they're the prettiest girl in the room.
I know. But why does being the prettiest girl in the room need to be a benchmark to achieve?
I guess
right?
that's what I'm past now.
Yeah.
And what about you though? Like, I know because we're gonna wrap this up, but I want to know your opinion from the guy's perspective, and maybe from the gay guy's perspective. How is that different?
I think it's very similar. I don't think that men and women are that different when it comes to self-esteem or measuring yourself against certain markers of what's, success or beauty or, whatever is supposed to look like.
Okay.
I think the way it comes out might be a little bit different. I think perhaps for men, most of it comes out with aggressive or, juvenile or
toxic kind
of behaviors.
Behavior. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whereas, but I know, myself included, I got all kinds of insecurities. Mm-hmm. But again, like you, I've outgrown some of that. And the insecurities might still be there, but whatever.
I can't spend time thinking about that shit.
There's other more important things too.
And
life is too short to be worrying about shit that, like, oh, I wish I was 6 feet tall. I'm not 6 feet tall. It's never going to happen.
Right.
There's no point in worrying about that.
Is that the one thing you wish if you could change something?
Oh, I used to be. When I was younger, I really wanted to be taller.
Right.
But whatever. I mean.
Well, would you say that you love yourself, Mike? Are you happy with who you are? And
I would say generally speaking, yes. I mean, I'm when you look through the lens of the kinds of things that I'm blessed with in my life, my marriage, financial security, my family, maybe I should change that. My marriage, my family, my financial, there's things that I feel very blessed with. I wish I had more confidence in certain times. Yeah.
I think of you as such a confident person.
Well, Isn't nice to hear.
Fascinating.
But I think that's probably also a really common thing.
Right.
Is that a lot of people don't see the strengths that they have and that others see in them. Right. So, like generally I would say I'm a happy person with who I am, but I'm not complacent. So I'm always looking to
improve.
Yeah.
Yes. Where we can.
Right. That's right. Now listen, we need to decide whether we're going to wrap this up or we're going to keep going.
We're going to wrap it up with I think we're going to sing out. I'm going to sing out to one last song. Do you know this one? Fight Song by Rachel Platten.
I knew you were going to have this one.
Did you have it?
No, I didn't. No.
Why did you know I was going to have it?
You've mentioned that you liked this song before, and it's like, this is my fight song. Take back my life song.
Prove I'm all right song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Do you remember when you first heard that song?
No, I don't. But I know it's been it came out in 2015.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I first heard it. Do you?
No, but I do. I was reading an article and this woman was talking about how she plays this song for her daughter every day when she takes her to school.
I love that.
Because she wants her daughter to learn how to be empowered and have those kinds of messages in kind of like rolling around in her head. Yeah.
That's a good one. For everybody.
Yeah.
Not just girls, but I love that she has that routine.
Yeah.
It's true. You can program yourself by just listening to things over and over again, or, it's like a mantra.
Yeah, it is. It's basically the same thing. Okay, little listeners, well, thanks for listening to this episode, our self-love episode 66.
Yeah.
First in our series of love episodes.
That's right.
And
we'll be back with more.
We will be back with more. Let us know what you think. And
tell them how they can do that, Mike.
Yeah, you can do that by sliding into our DMs on Instagram. That's
lube it up first, though, guys. Come on. Can't just slide in there.
The little podcast, LIITL podcast, or email us at gmail at
no lube necessary for that one.
livesinthelyrics@gmail.com.
All right. Like, share, follow, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.